It is qualifying day here at the Loosenuts Raceway, and Joe Jr. is busy taking entries. Ben Sovacool, new MNRC committee member for 2024, looks on as racers try to get in some final practice runs before the racing begins. Qualifying has started. Let's check in on a few of the MNRC regulars. Here is Xander Johnson with a new paint livery for 2024. Alec Hinz is back. He stepped on the third step of the podium in round 1 and is looking to continue the momentum. 2023 MNRC champion Josh Ford is here. He missed the podium in round 1 with a 4th place finish and will be looking to improve on that this weekend. Wisconsin's Greg Baumel is outputting in his first qualifier. Always a contender, placing 2nd in round 1 at Southern RC. Kyle Quast is out ripping his techno. He is an A-main contender and is one of the MNRC class clowns. Hang out with Kyle and you will surely be laughing it up. Trevor Johnson came out of retirement and made a single race appearance last year. This year he is committed to the entire race series. With more wheel time, he is surely to improve quickly. Here is James Dolan with his associated B4. Racing an Ongaro World Champion Edition OS, his car is always fast and on the pipe. This is one of the few Miyako cars in the MNRC. Being raced by the Ignashevsky team, they have been pretty successful. This year they also have some prototype truckers on the track. It will be exciting to see how they progress with their truck program. Here is Tony Sletton, whom is the track owner and builder. He has built an amazing layout this year with the assistance of Dave LaRue. Tony is a regular podium contender and is on home turf. We expect him to light it up this weekend. Unfortunately, the weather would come in and shut down the racing. Most only able to get a single round of qualifying in. It looks like we are done for the day. Hopefully the track crew can make some magic happen, and we can get the mains in tomorrow.
When this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're gonna see some serious shit.
So I'm here with Ben Sovacool, and he's given us the inside view of Buster Mobile Race Shop. So why don't you point out some of the key features of this masterpiece?
Well, I think one of the biggest things that we've done here is adding the AC unit, because it's a black bus and it gets really, really, really hot in here. Even if it's insulated, it doesn't matter. You're going to have an AC unit. But then we got the countertops we got from Sean Van Dalen. We put these in. That was obviously the first thing we had to do in order to make it usable for us. And then we've just been kind of in the process of moving in. It's such a big open area for doing nothing but pitting, but there's no storage or anything like that. So I'm building all the storage as we go. And I'm doing it kind of while the plane is flying. So we bring all of our tools with us. I mean, everything. I got a circular saw. I got a router along, because you never know. You might need a router for working on a bus. But yeah, soldering stations here, spare parts in here. We've got tire storage up above. We've got the mood lights up in here and on both sides here. And, you know, it's just pretty slick. Very, very fun. You pull in, you pop the back down, and you're ready to race. It's really cool. Really cool.
So, I'm sure all of our viewers would want to know what kind of gas mileage you get.
I'm thinking it's somewhere around 8. I haven't actually calculated because I'm scared. Diesel's generally more expensive than regular fuel anyways, and to run at 8 miles per gallon, every time I hear the turbo spool up, it makes me cringe a little bit. But it is what it is. It's 30,000 pounds worth of bus. I had no idea how much a bus weighed. Not like it's the top of my thought anyway, but it's a very heavy vehicle and it weighs a lot. But it is what it is, you know.
So how many kids did this bus hold?
I think the capacity is written right here, isn't it? Or is it up front? I think it's up front. 71. 71 little children in here.
So, I mean, when you start loading stuff in here, you're like, okay, that's 2 children. That 3 more RC cars, that's 1 kid.
Yeah, we stack the RC cars in here like they stacked children back in the day. But it is, I remember when I was a kid, if you ride back in the back here, it's violent. Things, I mean, if you don't have stuff strapped in, it's just like a little kid in the back of the bus. You're getting tossed all over the place. My radio actually was up on the shelf up here, and I found it down on the floor down here after we got here. So, and it still works, which is amazing. I mean, my radio, it's abused all the time anyways, but I was shocked by that. I mean, it just kind of pitches things around like little kids, you know.
So we've kind of relocated it to the front of the bus here. Got to check this out. Go ahead.
So, this is the most important spot. This is where I sleep, and so this has to be perfectly level. The rest of it doesn't matter at all. This is where Sam sinks up the joint. You can tell by all the orange stuff that's surrounding it here. Sam's a big orange fan. And this is Jake's area right in here. Basically all they are is simple frames with a futon cushion on the top of it. And it wasn't expensive, it was really relatively cheap. And then I built it so that there's storage bins that slide out. These are just Walmart storage bins. So we got all of our stuff down underneath there. And then you got the cockpit shots earlier. That's kind of the cool area too. We probably should do the the door opening thing, but they don't have. It's all air powered now.
So you guys sleep feet to feet, or
no? Well, see, here's the deal. If the bus is slanted too much, I have to put my head here, and he has to put his feet here.
Oh my God.
Right now we've gotten it level enough where we haven't had to do that. So he is head there and I'm head down here. But every
Thank
once
God,
in a while,
right?
I feel his size 17s flirting with my feet. And I'm like, what in the world is that? So Sam's lucky. He's got his own. And this is supposed to be a water food area. This is just, we haven't done anything at all with
Sure,
this.
it's work in progress.
Yep. That's what it's like. When
That's
it's
awesome.
built. So, tool storage. There's a leaf blower, a router, circular saw. I mean, I got
Good
all
Lord.
sorts of tools in here right now. We clean it out with a leaf blower. Honestly, we start here and just push all the crap out the back. It is just all the way down.
Fantastic.
My wife loves it.
Floor looks fantastic.
Yeah, that's cool, isn't it?
Yep.
I gotta trim everything out still, but
This guy gets a little robbed with his foot room.
Let's just say him.
Yeah, or you could say, you know, that's a foot rest. I don't know.
He doesn't seem to mind it all that much.
No, it's fantastic.
I like the mood lighting. We don't have it on the right setting right now, but usually it's reacting to sound, so changing colors and flashing. It's pretty cool. Makes you faster.
Well, fantastic. Thanks for the time, Ben. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you for having me on.
Cool ride you got here, for
It's
sure.
really cool.
For sure.
Buster.
All right. Buster. All right. Signing out.
Later.
Why do racers from around the world shop at A-main.com Performance Sports and Hobbies? Because winners and world champions shop with the best. We have the hottest new racing kits on the market and the parts and accessories you need to make it to the A-main. Your competitors already shop with us, shouldn't you? Find out why we're the world's #1 source for the gear you need to make it to the podium. Join the race. Log on to A-main.com today. A-main.com.
It is Sunday morning and the weather is starting to lift. There is a slight mist in the air, but the extended forecast looks good. The question is, will the track dry enough for racing, and more importantly, safe footing for the marshals? Alec is taking advantage of the downtime and talking about Sweep Racing Tires. Sweep is an MNRC Series sponsor and has donated several full sets of tires. Their lineup has continued to grow and evolve with the times. They have released an exciting new compound called Liquid, and the reports are excellent. The track crew has spread some peat moss to help absorb some of the moisture. This will hopefully get us on the track faster, so we can finish the weekend. Let's check in with Xander Johnson while we wait.
Hey, I'm Xander. I race with Techno, Reds, and Sweep. I'm going to talk to you a little bit today about the Reds motors and how I've grown to like them more and more each and every time I run them. In my Nitro buggy, I have the 721 Red Scuderia Pro Gen 4. Had nothing but amazing things happen with this motor. It's been great. Right out of the box. Tuning wasn't hard. It's all right. If you get the tune, the pre-tune, it's really close. Doesn't need much. Each track, depending on the heat, doesn't need much change. The run time is amazing with these motors. I'm getting here at this track, I'm getting 8.5 minutes on a tank. Yeah, so right out of the box, the Reds motors, they prefer the 30% VP fuel. It's what I run. It's been great. I'd say placement wise for this car this weekend, it's been phenomenal. I think I'm sitting 8th overall in the A-main. Should be ready to rock. Hopefully we can get out there and put some hot laps down, catch up to the front.
So we've had an interesting weekend with the weather. Basically we've been able to get one round in,
Yeah.
and you had to make it count. And how were you sitting in Truggy as well?
Truggy, I am sitting 4th overall in truck.
Fantastic. What engine you running in your Truggy?
In my Truggy, I'm running all the 721 Securia Gen 3. It's not the newest one, but it's one older.
Okay.
It's phenomenal in truck.
And your e-buggy class, you're running the Reds gear in that car as well?
Yeah, and I'm running all my electronics in my e-buggy are Reds. The motor, I'm running a 2200 in there. It's awesome. It's got a little too much power for this track, but we just tuned it down a little bit. But otherwise, the motor is really good with battery life. It helps. It's been helping me a lot. E-buggy, I'm sitting also 4th overall, I believe, maybe 3rd. One of those two spots. But overall, I'm really happy with Reds. Been on the team this is my first year on the team. It's been phenomenal. Joe Scaramel runs a great program, keeping us all in line.
So I noticed you've got several drivers over there today. Who's racing with you today from the team?
From the team, we got everybody in the Midwest here for the Reds team. We got me, we got Sully Swinski, we got Ashton, we got Torian, and then we got Joe, and then I think that's everybody we got over there.
Torian.
I believe Torian.
Terrell?
Oh
Harris?
yeah,
Terrell Harris. That's fantastic. So, I mean, I think Ashton's from Nebraska.
Yeah.
You're from North Dakota. Sully's from
Proctor, Minnesota.
So, I mean, we got 3 states here, so that's fantastic. Yeah, it's great that you've got a group to work together like that. Help each other tune, learn things. It's fantastic. So, well, Xander, thanks for the time today. I appreciate it. You know, you're running strong. I'll try to catch you in the mains and get some coverage of you. So, good luck, buddy, and we'll talk to you later today.
Yep. Thank you. See you there.
Racing has started for the lower mains. Here is Pablo Ayas with his HB buggy. Pablo just showed up for the Sunday program and will be attempting to race his way into the finals. The track doesn't look terrible, but the tacky clay is sticking to tires and filling up wheels. The cars are definitely going to gain weight in these races. The boys are up in the Truggy B-main. Their single qualifier was not enough to place them in the A group. They will need to race their way in. Alex started second and has quickly moved into first place before the conclusion of lap 1. He would put the truck in cruise mode, looking for clean, safe laps.
Alex is having a nice clean run. Casey in at number 2. Looks like David Owens made it to the 3.
Meanwhile, Carter is back in 6th place waging war with Kyle Quast and KP Rains. Carter went out on Sweep Defender tires, a very easy choice in these conditions, and they look like they are working well. He is putting quite a bit of pressure on Kyle, keeping his lines tight and clean. Their fast pace has put them back on KP's tail, who had created a bit of a gap. This is only a 15-minute race, so they will do a single pit stop, pretty much at the halfway point. Chris and Corey refill the fuel gun for Carter, who is on his pit-in lap. Carter would move into 3rd place after the pit stops, placing him in the last bump position for the A-final.
2 Kyle to the 4. David over the 5. David is 9 seconds off the bump spot with 3:50 left to go.
Dave Ohm, who was running in second, would have a mechanical issue and drop to 5th place. Alec continued his smooth run out front to win this race. Carter and Kyle would also manage to hold fast in the bump positions.
So I'm hanging with Kyle Quast here, and he's gonna show us some of the VRP pistons. He's one of the team drivers, and out here sending it at the Loosenuts Raceway in round 2. And he's gonna just tell us a little bit about the product.
All right. Well, I've been running VRP pistons I think for 3 years now. I tried out the 1.5s that everybody was running back on the 2.0 techno cars, and I've ventured down the 20-hole rabbit hole now. It's been pretty successful now with my e-buggy and Nitro truck. I'm running a new 4th version with the flaps that are kind of similar to other brands that they've come out with. They kind of changed the rebound rates and everything. So just going through right now. These shock pistons get a little sensitive to heat, so being able to go up with the humidity, it's quite soupy outside. So we go up about probably about 50 CST to see if it'll stay off its nose so much. You know, the Truggy has been kind of on its nose this weekend, so I'm trying to eliminate that as best I can with limited track time with all this rain we've got. So yeah, dig up some shock oil. Always got to use the ultimate. Got to plug that one in there. I run on this bottle. We're gonna go to 650. E-buggy, I'm always around 550. Seems to be pretty confident spot. I tried going up early in the year and car didn't feel as predictable. Put that one go there. He's got these cool little flaps that give you all sorts of fast things that I don't know about. You can kind of see the flaps coming up and down. Super cool. These are the red valves. I haven't quite played with them yet because these are still so new to me. This is only about the 3rd race on these XV4s. So that'll be kind of a playing game. I haven't really messed around much. They've been pretty good. It's first year running 20 holes. I ran the 1.5s, and I know we got quite a few guys run those around here too. I can find them here. We got these pretty fancy little piston caddies here. If you get the 3 packs, pop that guy open. You kind of see the valves on there. These ones are the older models. They don't have the secondary valve system on it, but little rubber flaps that go on there. There's a washer system that clamps them down. Pretty little genius idea they got here that I think makes the car a hell of a lot better. So I've been a huge fan now for 3 years. I don't foresee myself ever changing. They keep evolving. I know they got a lot of that stuff for the new Agama cars that seems to be working quite successfully. So that's out of my realm, but the cars that I've seen look good. So they're a very ingenuitive company, I've told.
All right. Well, thanks, Kyle. Appreciate the time.
Yes, sir.
And we'll good luck today. See you out on the track.
Stay dry.
Next up is the B-final event for Nitro Buggy. You can see just how wet the clay surface is, especially where the pit guys and marshals need to work. Alec is starting second on the grid. His start was terrible, and he is now in the 9th position. With this race shortened to 15 minutes, there will certainly be a sense of urgency.
I only have one back-to-back, so I should have plenty of margin Dragging that 2 spot.
Drew Dokken has his Techno out front and is looking quite quick in the mud.
Peterson in the 3. All from with a DQ Something that 2 training is
Alec gets on the wing of Frank Miller as they begin their charge back to the front.
all right, 2:40 down, 12:20 to go. Dokken, your leader, has checked up with him. He's opened up a significant lead over that number 2 spot. Truggy A-final, 2 down in the 3, Peterson in the 4, Miller in the 5, Hims in the 6, Harrison in the 7, Reigns in the 8, Goss, TJ, Trevor, Pablo.
Trent Igniszewski would suffer an issue and drop to 10th place. Frank Miller has also made a pass on Nick Peterson and puts himself in the battle for a bump spot.
We're 3:40 into this one. Frank Miller's messing around and putting himself into a bump spot. But he's got Alec and Nick right there.
Nick goes a little wide through the chicane, and Alec rockets by to take the spot.
I love it. We got 10:50 left. Race number 11, you're on. That's sitting at 40+.
The pit window is open. Here is Trevor Johnson in for his fuel. Trent Igniszewski is putting in a late race charge with his Miyako. He is currently in 4th spot behind Frank Miller.
Coming out of the straight on the double.
The cars are gaining weight, and Trent just doesn't clear the little double. Frank Miller's racecraft worked out, and he has put himself into the 3rd bump spot for the A-final. Drew Dokken has led from the start, and will take the win with Greg Ballmel in 2nd.
Frank is moving to that 3 spot. Frank could go one more time as well. Greg's in and done. Once he comes to it, he'll be done.
The Truggy A-final is up next, and Carter will be starting in the 11th position right behind Alec. His OS engine has been running perfectly, even with the high humidity. Alan Smith started on the TQ spot, and is closely chased by Josh Ford. He would just short the double, and Josh would take over at the point. Jeremy Whiting is right there in 3rd with Xander Johnson putting on some heavy pressure.
Someone got the short end there. Josh, your leader. Alan Smith and Toe, nice inside move from Xander to the left mover at number 3.
Josh is looking like a pretty smooth operator. His Flashpoint engine tune sounds perfect, and his Mugen Truggy looks very comfortable on the ever-changing track today.
Josh with spear track in front of him.
A little short there, but no problem.
Xander making up ground on Alan.
Alec has had a bit of a fairy tale start, moving into 5th position after starting 10th on the grid. Greg Ballmel is quickly running him down, so he had better step on the gas. Tony Sletton is right there also, but makes a slight bobble with his approach to the big double. Kardagosh has made some forward progress, now moving into the 8th position as he makes a pass on Brody.
You're really starting to pull away from Allen and Xander a little bit. 5 down, 15 to go, guys. 15 minutes left.
Josh is still at the point and beginning to check out. He is definitely relaxed and comfortable. That is not the place you want Josh to be in, especially if you are trying to catch him. Greg has made a pretty good charge to move into 2nd place. Alan Smith, our TQ, has struggled a bit, falling to 4th position behind Tony Sletton. Still a very respectable finish with this field of racers. The Nitro buggy final is up next. It also has been shortened to a 20-minute race due to the late start today. Ashton Abdul sits on the TQ spot and will lead the group off the grid. Ashton has had an excellent start and has opened a gap to the rest of the field.
Coming up next is going to be race number 17. That's going to be your buggy A-2 fitness is where I'm going to need all my volunteer marshals after this thing.
Tyler Albert is running a great race and has moved into the 2nd position, but he has Tony Sletton right on his heels. The winner of the B-final, Drew Docken, is in the 4th position. Gotta be the biggest mover in this race so far. Tyler gets a little tight, flirting with the pipe on the inside. Tony shorts the jump, and Drew is right on his tail now. Ashton is out in clean air, but the MNRC posse is definitely keeping him honest. Tony has slipped to 5th and is now in a battle with James Dolan and Xander Johnson. Six minutes into this race, so we are creeping up on the first round of pit stops. Xander is putting a lot of pressure on Tony. His Reds-powered Techno is looking pretty sporty. Tony ups to ditch for fuel, Xander continues on. Drew Dokken continues his fantastic run to the front, now in second position.
Greg in the 7, Tyler in the 8, Jeremy in the 9, Craig in the 10, Brody in the 9:20 left to go.
Ashton Abdul has run this race perfectly. Leading from the start, he has generated a comfortable margin over the MNRC regulars to take the win. Drew Dokken and Tony Sletton would finish out the podium here at round 2 of the MNRC Off-road Racing Series.